Good evening. The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades. From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home. We will beat the coronavirus, and we will beat it together. And therefore, I urge you, at this moment of national emergency, to stay at home, protect our NHS, and save lives. Thank you.
In March 2020, when the coronavirus pandemic hit, everybody had to stay at home, but for some of us, the lockdown was stricter than for most.
We are Northern Ireland Rare Disease Partnership, and this is what the past year has been like for us.
Hello, my name is Saul Wilton. I'm from Portage, Northern Ireland, and I have STD dwarfism. That means my bones don't grow as quickly and I have a tiny bit more trouble with physical activity. My hobbies are
Languages, cubing,
and the drums.
Hi, I'm George, and I'm from a farm in County Antrim. We have a cat, cows, pigs, fish, and 2 dogs. I also like singing and doing piano. I have hypermobility, which means my joints can bend back, and I also used to have sleep apnea.
The reason my condition is vulnerable to COVID-19 is I have very tiny lungs. So my body can't fit big lungs. So when you're taking one normal size breath, I would be taking 2 bite-sized breaths. My lungs have to work a lot harder. But with my lungs being small, it makes it more susceptible to COVID-19. And it could have turned out completely fine, or I could have had a really bad reaction. This goes the same for my mum and my brother. We could have had a bad reaction or a good reaction, and it wouldn't have even have hurt us.
It was different because it's not anything you've ever had to do in your life before, and you weren't very sure what really it was at the time. All the news was just saying about COVID-19 cases rising, and you were worried to see, what is this? How many people are going to get it, and what's it going to do?
And I really didn't know what it would mean. I didn't know about the crazy year we were going to have. And on the news, I listened to the radio every morning. It seemed like it was going very quickly, and we were making very, very quick progress. And I thought it would just be done in a few months, 2 months, and I would have a cool time in quarantine. But that, as we know, wasn't the case. Well, when I heard I was going to go into isolation, I didn't know what was in store for me. And I was really excited, because no school. And I was like, yes, no school, yeah. But then, after around 2 weeks, I wanted it to end.
So the hardest thing about lockdown was probably because you're at home all the time and you never really got to see anybody except from the people in your house, and it's not like you were used to it because you're always out doing something, but this time you had to be at home and you weren't doing anything, and because of travel restrictions you couldn't travel anywhere. And
the things I missed the most were probably social interaction with other human beings other than my family, and going for drives. Going for drives was so much fun to me afterwards, but it made me really jealous because loads of my friends could go out for drives, but I couldn't, and I got really COVID's not going to fly into the window and come in and into the car. No, it's not going to happen. Oh, it was very frustrating, but I got over it.
over lockdown, I still done piano lessons over video call.
Well, it was very hard being with the same people every day of every week of every month for a whole year. Because when before COVID,
we were meeting new people. We were hearing the crack, but then when we were all in together, we all had the same crack, so there was no crack. And I need my crack.